One of the greatest military commanders of his time was Salah ad-Din, who was able to defeat armies despite them having superior weapons and equipment to use against him, as well as experience by many on the battlefield. But today we're not going to talk about him. We'll be talking about Genghis Khan and why promotion through performance is what he believed in. Now, Genghis Khan, as we pointed out earlier in our podcast, who was originally called Temujin, was raised as a low-class noble. He was not the high on the totem pole, as some would say, or of a noble enough birth to be in the position that he would eventually rule and dominate for several years before his death. In actuality, he was a very low-class noble, was not expected to reach the heights, and would be looked at as something as a soldier who would follow through on someone else in their campaign. If you look at him, he could be a good centurion, and if you look at this from the view of a Roman, he could probably be a good centurion, but he's not someone who's going to make it to the Senate House. He's not someone who's going to become emperor later on, and so on down the line. But Genghis Khan wound up breaking all those rules because he honestly didn't care about the rules of birth the way a lot of people try to put people into classes. Genghis Khan didn't do that, and this is a great testament to his leadership and ability. He was not prejudiced when it came for promotion. Performance is what got you promoted with Genghis Khan. Subutai, who wound up becoming one of his greatest generals, was actually the son of a blacksmith. Now, just common sense looking at it, blacksmiths are extremely vital. But the same way plumbers are vital. At the same, something that's looked. I'm not saying that everyone out there does, but a lot of people look down on certain jobs in society, like being a plumber, being a cook, or be someone who cleans up and does maintenance. A lot of those jobs are looked down upon, but they're very important. And Genghis Khan understood that, and he would give credit to people for those positions. And a blacksmith makes your armor, a blacksmith makes your weapons, your horseshoes, if you have shod horses. Very vital to it. And he understood this. And one of the reasons I believe he did so is because, first of all, the position he was put in. Originally, when he became an outlaw in the first place, it was for killing his older brother, who, according to the secret history of the Mongols, was because he would take credit for his kills and occasionally bully Genghis. And he shot him in the back. So he killed him in a very dishonorable way and made himself a wanted man. And even though he was like this, you could say, how could such a ruthless outcast be able to recruit such fine men of good quality around him? Well, that's because he gave credit for quality. A lot of people in Mongolian society would, not all of them obviously, otherwise he would have had nobody to recruit, but the people in power would want to give credit due to your bloodline. Like, oh, whose son are you? Or who's the chieftain of your clan? And if he's high enough, then I'll show you great respect. But Genghis Khan didn't do that. He said, show me your work ethic, and I'll show you promotion. Fight with me on the battlefield, and I'll protect you at home. I'll make sure you get a good amount of plunder for your work. He did this, and in doing so, he was able to organize his men into this unit, not only in obedience, but also they understood that they were not going to get promoted because they were born of a special bloodline. They were only able to do so through their merit and through the work they were going to put out for him. In other words, Genghis Khan saying, I have wealth around me, I have positions I could put you in to make you powerful, I have horses to give, I have land to conquer, and I have plunder that I can divide amongst my men. What do you have that makes you worth any of that? It's the question he would ask his men, and they had an answer to it through their hard work. Being the child of somebody made no difference. And this is very good thinking for any leader to have, because when you're in a position of leadership, a lot of people overlook the amount of work that goes into being a leader. It's some reasons why some people who are physically capable or even mentally capable, at least to some, or I should say intellectually capable, of leading, wind up not taking a leadership position because there's a lot of mental weight that comes with that position. And obviously it was something that Genghis Khan could bear either through desire or through sheer necessity. A lot of people say that he felt that he was destined to do this, but he also could have felt there was no choice at all simply in the world that he was born into. And very, very good warrior, no doubt. Whether you look at him as a good guy or bad guy, argue about the time he was born, the bottom line is the man was good at his job. And his job was obviously, recruiting people and conquering kingdoms. Not only did he succeed because of his own work ethic, but because of his ability to give credit to where it was due, because he understood that your merit equaled what you were worth in reward. He rewarded you for your work that you put out. It's one of the reasons his men loved him, and he was able to recruit such a good following. Alright, folks, thanks for watching my video today. I'm going to be releasing a lot more later on this week. And also, someone asked me to list my sources last time, and they will be in the description this time. I'm not going to make the mistake I did before. I've been researching Medieval Warfare by John France, dated for 1000 and 1300. Excellent book so far. I'm enjoying every bit of it, and I highly recommend it for anybody studying Medieval Warfare. The way that it's set, the way that it's formatted is, it has each chapter covers a separate thing from wounds to Frankish mercenaries, Salahadin's men, the Battle of Hattin, and so on. And each one has a different author, and it lists their position in history, whether they be PhD, professor, for however many years they've been, and what school they went to, and they give their part, and then the author gets to break down what he wants to point out. It also lists historical texts within the book as well that each one is based on, and he gives his reason for why each account seems similar. So if you want to check out a good read, highly recommend this one. Like it so far. Only read about 3-4 chapters, but I don't always read the book in direct order. If I'm looking for something, I'll skip around history book, and you guys out there know you do it too. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like the video, if you enjoy it, share it. We are going to be releasing a new series called Medieval Mondays, where I can discuss different warriors, personal rants with things that I find irritating, something that I like to apply common sense to. That I don't think you need to have archaeological evidence to draw certain conclusions. But, just an opinion, bit of an opinion right there that I'm throwing out. So thanks for watching, enjoy, have a good day.